Hello, Gabe Heller here, Hohenzollern on YouTube and How Now Brown Couch on Twitch, and it is the 8th day of Grinchmas. Grinchmas is a holiday where the city of Minneapolis steals shit out of your yard, and maybe you can stop them, but it isn't easy or obvious how to do so. Now, I didn't manage to make a video for the 7th day of Grinchmas because my Sundays are busy. I have other stuff to do, but the city of Minneapolis does not care about that. But they do care about my wife, at least temporarily, at least for now, because she has managed to get us an extension notice. Which supposedly gives us 3 more weeks to get the stuff out of our yard. Now, the problem with this is that here is the description of what we need to get out of our yard. Now, apparently the first time my wife said that it was concrete and other miscellaneous. But as you can see, it currently says rubbish or tree parts. So what does that mean? I mean, there's a number of things in my yard that could be rubbish. And presumably if I allow Minneapolis to remove them and charge me for it, then that will be the correct stuff. But here we have the description. Remove rubbish or tree parts. Remove the following items from your property. Not a list of items, but rather a list of Minneapolis Code ordinances. Minneapolis Code Ordinance 227.90, 227.100, 229.20, 229.50, 385.240, 244.40, 244.690, and 244.700. Well-known numbers that obviously describe the stuff that I am supposed to remove from my yard. The violation is not appealable to the Minneapolis Housing Board of Appeals. For more information on probable disposal, call Solid Waste and Recycling at 612-673-2917. I am sure that the person on the end of the phone will know precisely what all of those numbers mean. They won't have to look them up in some book or something. This violation is a nuisance condition. This violation is exempt from reinspection fees. Note, well, that's good, I suppose. It may be illegal to transport your tree branches, limbs, and or other tree debris, such as stumps, thank goodness, stumps, roots, logs, lumber, chips, bark, outside the Hennepin County, per state and federal quarantines, and for any questions, contact the Minnesota Department of Agriculture at 651-201-6388. Well, it may be, so I guess you have to, because there's no details here. Comments. There we go. Please remove concrete, debris, and all miscellaneous items from entire lots. So that's where we get that. Okay. So this wouldn't be so ridiculous, except that in the past, when people have shown up from the city to fix my yard and steal my shit, they have had pictures of the stuff they're supposed to steal. They give them pictures, but they don't give me pictures. Anyway, supposedly we have several more weeks to do it, but today was the original deadline, and just in case their wires got crossed, which they have in the past, I am going to make a Xerox of this piece of paper, which, admittedly, thankfully, I have a printer I can do that on. I mean, they kind of assume that everybody has access to all modern technology, even though that's expensive. But I happen to, so I'm going to make a Xerox of this. I'm going to make 2 Xeroxes of this, and I'm going to post them on signs at the front and back of the yard. So here we go. Black and white copy. Open the thing here. There we go. Black and white copy. Did it work? Is it going to do a thing? Yes. Didn't work. What if we try a color copy? Hey, color's working. Well, except only the color parts are getting printed. Okay, well, I have another method to do this, but I'm not going to share it with the internet, so have some sealing while I do that. Okay, I'm back. I have some copies. Now, what am I going to do with these copies? Well, fortunately, it's not supposed to rain anytime soon. If it were supposed to rain, I might lose these copies, but it's not supposed to rain anytime soon. So I'm going to staple them to some pieces of cardboard that I have. These are not cardboard. These are, I don't know what you would call it, plastic cardboard. These are signs that people put up in our neighborhood to try and get people to sell their houses for cheap, so they can afford drugs or something. I don't know. Which is just exactly the sort of sign you want showing up in your neighborhood. But we took them, and now we have them. And so I'm going to use them for this. I think these staples are going too far, but I'm trying to do this with one hand so I can video it. And in fact, I've stapled this to the table. Okay, let's see if I can at least get this other one off before I put more staples in it. There we go. really hard to do with one hand. So I ended up using two hands anyway. Maybe I can do it with my knee. Not really. Maybe I should just staple it to the table after all. All right, that's all taken care of. I'm not sure, somewhere we have the metal things that you use. I have some more of these things. I'm not sure where they are. I might have to ask Sarah, but this one's already got one on, so I'm just going to use it as is. The reason I want to put them at both ends of the yard is that I suspect the people from the city are actually going to show up at the back of the yard. But who knows, they might show up at the front, so there's the one on the front. And I'm going to put the one up on the back of the yard. I guess you're just going to have to believe me that I'm doing it. That was all upside down. Isn't that fun? Bye for now.